What is up, everybody? My name is Nick, joined once again by my co host, Matt. Back from our break, ready to get right back into it. Excited. Have one of the worst NFL games possible coming up, but some college football bowl games. So I know you guys are all here for that. But let's get this NFL game out of the way. Matt, go ahead.
First of all,
It's
where are your
disgusting.
manners? How was your Christmas? How are
Oh,
you?
yeah. It was good. Got a
It
little
was good.
blanket. Ooh,
I feel like you're growing a Christmas beard.
yeah, I was supposed to get a haircut right before Christmas, and the power went out on the street that I get my haircut. I'm not going to cheat on my barber, obviously.
It's true. All right,
Just
well
things you
done.
don't do. I'd rather cheat on my wife before my barber, you know?
All
She don't
right.
watch the show. All right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
getting to this game, we have
How was your Christmas? No. How was your Christmas?
It was good. I actually got this Express sweatshirt, so I'm
Ooh,
kind of rich now. I don't know if you knew
yes.
that.
Wow.
I already spilled on it, but that's why I don't buy expensive stuff. But
Do people still go to Express?
I don't know.
Okay.
No.
I remember getting like a suit, like a jacket. I'm not gonna say a suit,
Yeah.
a jacket, in 2013.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's the last time I remember Express.
I don't shop anywhere besides Target usually. So
Target hoodies.
I mean, I'm gonna spill something on it either way. I'd rather it be cheaper.
No free ads, but Target hoodies. That's all I'm gonna
Yeah,
say.
100%
That's
sponsor.
it.
Hashtag ad.
Yeah, trust me.
All right, we got the Cowboys and the Titans. Yeah, it's rough. I mean, the Titans have a boatload of injuries. So do the Cowboys, and we're getting to that part of the season where the Cowboys. I don't want to say they don't need to win. They obviously want to get that first wild card spot, but looks like Micah Parsons may not play, and it also looks like Tony Pollard may not play. Both are questionable, with a spread of 12.5 and 12 on most books. Don't know if you want to force them to play if not 100% healthy, but at the same time, I totally get if you do want to just win, obviously try to win out. But even on the Titans end, there's no Ryan Tannehill, and Derrick Henry is doubtful. So you have Malik Willis at quarterback, trying to make do with looks like Hassan Haskins at running back, and then just some wide receivers that have not proven anything at all this year, like Robert Woods. So it should be tough against that Cowboys defense, even without Micah Parsons. I would love to do field goal props, but Brett Maher over 1.5 field goals is minus 180. So can't touch that. They have not released any Titans props yet that I've seen. I'm assuming that's due to the injuries because of the Derrick Henry and everything else. Even on the Cowboys side, there's not many receiving props up. There's no Pollard or Zeke or anything like that. But I will say I have these plays in. There's one available you can get right now and will be when this airs. It's Dak Prescott over 230.5 passing yards. I would take this up to 240. Some books have, in the 30s. This is the best line over on PointsBet. But if you can get any like 233 or whatever, I don't think that really makes a difference. He's gotten this every game he's been back besides the first one. So the last 8 games, he has gotten it. And even in the blowouts, which is the only cause of concern I would have for this play is the blowout potential. But even against the Vikings, which they won 40-3, he's still at 276. Against the Bears, where they won 49-29, he's still at 250. You can go Prescott over 230.5 passing yards or over 19.5 or 20.5 completions. They both kind of go hand in hand. He's gotten that every time. And every away game. He's only played 3 away games because he missed that road trip stretch when he was hurt earlier, and he's covered it in every road game. So there's a lot of just like, I have to play this. And I would say my favorite play would be Brett Maher over 2.5 extra points that we've always been playing, but the line's not up yet. And they do have his everything else line. So maybe they're scared to put it up. I really don't know. But if it drops late, just know I'm playing that no matter what, unless it's like a minus 170. Which it shouldn't be because the team total is over 2.5 touchdowns at minus 150. So you're assuming that, with a little bit of variance there, you probably get like a 130, minus 125 line. So it's everything Cowboys for me. I couldn't tell you what to touch for the Titans. I'm assuming you totally staying away from this. And one other lean I have is if they release it and it's below 15 yards, I'm going to play Zeke receiving yards. If there's no Pollard, he's going to get everything, and checkdowns would be live even in a blowout for me. and he's been getting it the past couple games as well. In the teens of his yards, and usually it's at 7.5 or 9.5. Obviously, if Pollard's out, it'll get bumped up a little bit, but if it's less than 15, I'm probably playing it. So those are my 3 angles on the Cowboys game. Again, I'm trying to make this game watchable, as a double-digit spread on prime time, a short week is not what you want to see.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Titans team total under. I don't even know the number would be the play because it's going to be a disgusting game. I saw them last week. They couldn't do anything outside of Derrick Henry versus the Texans. And then you go Dallas, and you don't have Derrick Henry now. Like, I mean, Malik Willis, I loved him at Liberty. He is not ready right now.
No.
He is not ready at all. And I mean, it's not really his fault either. I feel like he was a quarterback where, going into the draft, it was more like a sit for a couple years. And that's the problem with a lot of these quarterbacks nowadays, Zach Wilson and so on and so forth. It's like right now or you're done forever.
It's boom or bust.
Right now. Yeah, it's like nobody has patience anymore. How many interceptions did Peyton Manning throwing in his first year as quarterback? A fucking shitload.
Well, it's a thing. There's so many good quarterbacks now that it's like you're either done. It's either you're done or it's the next man up. Like even that quarterback draft with the Darnold, the Baker, the Josh Rosen, the Josh Allen. Like I think Josh Rosen was decent. I just think he was nowhere near ready to play for the team with the worst offensive line in the league for 2 years. Like, you know what I mean? Like if you're not a mobile quarterback, it's almost you need those first couple of years, unless you're like a Trevor Lawrence or those guys who can come in obviously first year and produce. But the Titans knew that getting Malik Willis as well because they drafted him. They drafted him knowing they had Ryan Tannehill. They weren't drafting him to start every game this year. I think it's just unfortunate for them that he's got to try to produce this early. So It is what it is, though. You're dealt the hand that you have.
It's 28 interceptions in his first year. 28.
Jeez.
So just going to put that out there. That's Peyton Manning, Hall of Fame quarterback. We all know. Just put it out there. But that's a whole different – it's been on my mind. Not that I think Zach Wilson is, it's just been on my mind. I keep saying it. It happens. It is what it is. It's part of the game. You want people produced right away. I get it, especially for these coaches trying to fight for their jobs. Let's get into real sports, though. College football, bowl games, things that matter. Especially over this shit game. Matt, it's a shit game. Don't say anything otherwise. That's a disgusting game. It's probably one of the worst, it's in top 3, and it's not 2 or 3 as far as worst primetime games on paper going into the game.
I just found a great bet, though. Great bet. You can SGP on DraftKings, Dak Prescott, 200-plus alternate passing yards and over 2.5 team touchdowns at plus 105.
Why not just throw the win in there? Like Dak Prescott 200 in the win.
I tried. It's minus 670 money line for the win, so it does absolutely nothing.
Nothing. All right, fair enough. Let's get into these bowl games, though. I've hit 3 straight in a row once Duke just covered. Who knows how the rest of the games? I have 3 other picks, so I might be 3-3 after tonight. Who knows? Who fucking knows? You guys do because you're watching right now. Nonetheless. Let's get into these games for today. 2 exciting ones I like overall. Still, let's make this clear up front. Still doing half the units for the bowl games. There's a lot of question marks throughout bowl games. A lot of, do teams even care? Opt-outs, declaring for the draft, injuries, coordinators leaving. There's so much that goes into this. And then obviously, they're traveling and, do teams care? Do teams care? That's like
kind of.
Yeah, some of them.
The guys who aren't getting drafted care.
Yeah, well, you would think so, but some of these bowl games, especially with bigger programs playing in smaller bowl games, sometimes they just don't give a fuck.
Yeah, that's true.
But half unit on all these, so let's go right into it. Washington plus 3.5 versus Texas. I really like. First of all, Washington no opt-outs. Texas has a bunch. They lost both their running backs and a star linebacker to the NFL draft. And that just puts a lot of pressure on their quarterback to produce. Going up against an offense in Washington that can throw the ball. The 2 times they have lost games this year were against teams that threw the ball on them. I think it's going to be hard. They're not going to be able to run the ball. The pass rush of Washington, they have a bunch. They have better coordinators overall, I think. Though I do like the Texas coach. I just think Washington's going to be too much. So I'm doing a half unit there, but then I'm also doing 0.25 on the money line at plus 130. I really think they can take this game. It is in Texas. Some might say, oh, that's home field advantage. Well, Texas didn't get to travel anywhere. If I was in a bowl game, I want to go Bahamas. I want to do something. They just got to stay at home. I just really like the passing offense of Washington to take advantage of this Texas team, especially with their missing Robinson and their other senior running back. Going to have to rely. They're losing like over 5,000 yards of production from the running back position. It's just too much. Yeah. This is like a line I would say that would be during the season. -3 for Texas. This would be the line I would think would be accurate for the season. Not in this bowl game situation with a bunch of opt-out and people declaring for the draft. I'm taking half a unit on Washington plus 3.5 and 0.25 on the money line. Again, guys, I'm doing this bowl games. I know I've won a couple, at least as of right now, as of recording. You still got to be careful. These bowl games, up until the semifinals, I'll bet a unit on the semifinals and the teams that are truly trying to, win a national championship. And we know all about them. There's no opt-outs anywhere other than, wide receiver from Ohio State, but what we talked about in the article. But really just got to be careful and bet your money responsibly as far as these concerns. The next game, Syracuse versus Minnesota. This should be a low-scoring affair. I really like Minnesota's defense overall. There's going to be some problems as far as Syracuse. They lost both coordinators. They lost some people on the offensive and defensive side of the ball. Again, I'm going with the strong defense, the running game that can definitely run over Syracuse overall. You're probably thinking, but it's 10.5, low-scoring game. You probably won't want to take that. And I don't. I'm taking alternates of both and making a little same-game parlay. Get some plus money, have some fun with the game, and be a little bit safer in my mind. I do think it's going to be a low-scoring affair. I don't like the 10.5 as far as an overall line as of right now, even though I do think they have the ability to clear it. But I'd rather just take under a touchdown and then tease that points up. It's at 43.5. Just take it to that football number of 49.5 under and the -6.5. Get your plus 104 and have fun watching the game. Again, half a unit on this one as well. Trying to keep it short for you guys to get you in and out. I'm going to have some more analysis tomorrow as I do some write-ups. But these are my 3 plays for today, risking a unit 0.25. 1.25.
I like it. I mean, think about it. George Washington was our first president. I don't see anyone with the last name Texas. That is the biggest lock I've ever heard of in my life. Just saying. When you put it that way, when you really think about things with your brain, it just makes sense.
I'm so glad that you did that little input there. It's very important. It contributed to the show so much.
Just giving you the stats.
Our viewers are happy. I'm happy. I'm even happier that this phone call is now ending or this Zoom call is ending. Guys, have a great day. Bet responsibly. We got 4 plays out. Matt's doing the over 230 yards.
Yep.
Half a unit there, plus 3.5. 0.25 on the money line. And I'm taking a combo alternate at half the unit there. Have a great day. Bet responsibly. We'll see you on Saturday. And best of luck.